case of Rodney Alcala, the dating game killer. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most disturbing and terrifying criminal cases in American history. Rodney Alcala, otherwise known as the dating game killer. This story is a wild combination of charm, deception, and cold-blooded murder. Let's explore the horrifying details of this case. Rodney Alcala was not just any criminal. He was a serial killer who, in 1978, appeared as a contestant on a popular TV show, The Dating Game, earning him the chilling nickname. Born in Texas in 1943, Rodney Alcala's life began like any other child. But after his father abandoned the family and they moved to Los Angeles, things began to change. Alcala grew up to be a bright student, even attending UCLA. But beneath that exterior was a darkness no one could have predicted. In 1968, Alcala lured an 8-year-old girl named Tolly Shapiro into his apartment in Hollywood. He brutally attacked her, but thankfully, a good Samaritan had seen Alcala coax her into his car and called the police. When the authorities arrived, they found Tolly barely alive, but Rodney had escaped. For years, Alcala lived on the run, using various fake identities. Traveled across the country, attending film school under the alias John Berger, and even working as a photographer in New York City. All while, authorities had no idea where he was or what he was doing. Alcala's charm and good looks allowed him to deceive many. He claimed to be a photographer and would approach young women, asking to take their photos for his portfolio. Little did they know, this was his method to lure them into his trap. In 1978, despite being a convicted child molester, Alcala appeared on national TV. He was a contestant on the dating game, where bachelorette Cheryl Bradshaw picked him as her date. The charismatic man she chose, however, was hiding a terrifying secret. Cheryl later said she found Alcala creepy and ultimately decided not to go on the date with him. Little did she know, this decision may have saved her life.
Number one is a successful photographer who got his start when his father found him in the dark room at the age of 13, fully developed. Between takes, he might find him skydiving or motorcycling. Please welcome Rodney Alcala. Rod, welcome.
But behind the scenes, Alcala's killing spree continued. Authorities would later connect him to at least 5 murders during the 1970s. He tortured his victims, often strangling them unconscious, and then reviving them multiple times, prolonging their suffering. Rodney Alcala was finally arrested in 1979, after his photo was recognized from police bulletins. The evidence against him was staggering DNA, photographs, and witness testimony. During his trial, Alcala acted as his own attorney. He even questioned himself in the third person while representing his defense, which left the courtroom stunned. In 2010, over 30 years after his first arrest, Rodney Alcala was convicted of the murders of 5 women in California. However, authorities believe he may have killed many more, as investigators continue to connect him to cold cases around the country. Rodney Alcala's story is a grim reminder that monsters can hide in plain sight. Behind his charm and good looks was a man capable of unspeakable evil. To this day, authorities believe his actual victim count could be much higher, perhaps as many as 130 victims. Though Alcala was sentenced to death, California's death penalty laws mean he will likely die in prison. His crimes have left a lasting scar on the families of his victims and on the public. So, what can we learn from the case of Rodney Alcala? It's a haunting example of how outward appearances can be deceiving, and how important it is to remain vigilant. What do you think about this chilling story? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more crime stories like this.